Good morning everyone and welcome to this class. This is class 6, subject social science, chapter number 7 of geography. The new chapter that we are going to start today, and the name of the chapter is Our Country India. That I think that all of you know that we are Indians. So here we'll learn about our country India. The physical and political division of India will discuss here, and it will be our lecture number 1. Now let's see the topics that will cover in today's lecture. The topics to be covered are geographical expanse of India, in which we'll discuss the area covering, and will take north to south distance and east to west. Then locational extent of India. Here we'll talk about latitudinal and longitudinal expanse of India, means how much latitudes and longitudes it is covering. Then number 3, neighboring countries. The different countries in the neighborhood will discuss here. Then political division of India. Here, on the basis of political administration, India, that the division, there are different states and union territories are there for the purpose of better administration. So there we'll discuss the political division of India, and at last the homework there will be, and the questions that we'll get, that will be on the basis of different topics covered in the lecture. So listen all the topics very carefully. Now the first topic, geographical expanse of India. If we talk about area, the area will discuss here. Clear? So we know that India is a vast country. It has the vast geographical expanse. So let's see. India has vast geographical expanse from Great Himalayas to Indian Peninsula. From the Great Himalaya, as we know that in the north there are the Great Himalayas, and the south there is Indian Peninsula, the peninsular plateau you can say. Clear? So the vast geographical expanse that we'll discuss here. Now if we talk about peninsula here, so the meaning of peninsula, it is a piece of land that is surrounded by water from 3 sides. If you see the shape of India, so there you can see the southern part of India that is surrounded by water from 3 sides. So that is peninsula. So here we are talking about Indian Peninsula. So how we define it? Peninsula is a piece of land that is surrounded by water from 3 sides. Now area of India is about 3.28 square kilometers. It has population more than 130 crore. Here the both things are explained. Like the area of India, it is 3.28 square kilometers, and in the way of population if we talk about, that is more than 130 crore. And do you know India, that is the second populous country there in the world. If you talk about the first one, that is China, and after China the second number it is India in according to the population. Clear? Now its extent from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, north to south. In north Kashmir is the northernmost point you can say, and southernmost point it is Kanyakumari. So it is about 3,214 kilometers, and sometimes near about 3,200 we write it. Clear? And from Arunachal Pradesh to Kutch. In Arunachal Pradesh they are in the easternmost point, and Kutch they are in the westernmost point of India. So east to west. The east to west expanse is 2,933 kilometers, or roughly figure if we talk about, there we can write 2900 kilometers. So this is the expanse from north to south and east to west. Again I am telling that northern part, the northmost part, if you see Kashmir, and southernmost, that is Kanyakumari. So that particular distance or the area covering, that is 3214 kilometers. And from Arunachal Pradesh to Kutch means from east to west, that is about 2933 kilometer. So this is geographical expanse of India. If the question is there, explain that India has a vast geographical expanse. So you can write all these points there: area, then the extent from north to south and from east to west. Now see the map. Here if you talk about, we know that we have done about the area. This area we talked about, clear. Then we have done from north to south, means from here to here. This distance is 3214 kilometers, clear. And from Arunachal Pradesh, this is Arunachal Pradesh here, and here this is Kutch. So this is east direction and this is west direction. So from east to west, this is 2933 kilometers. So got it about the area, about north to south extent and east to west extent of India. So this is how we can say that India has the vast geographical expanse. Clear? Now the next topic, that is all about locational extent of India, means here we'll discuss how much latitudes and longitudes it is covering. Clear? So India's latitudinal extent is 8 degree 4 minute north to 37 degree 6 minute north. Why here N is written? This N basically denotes north direction. Clear? We know that India is there in the northern hemisphere, the complete India that is there in northern hemisphere. So 8 degree 4 minute north to 37 degree 6 minute north. This is latitudinal extent of India. Latitudes you already covered there in chapter number 2. The imaginary lines, those run from east to west. So 8 degree 4 minute. We know that degrees are further divided into minutes and minutes are further divided into seconds there. So 8 degree 4 minute north to 37 degree 6 minute north, latitudinal extent. Now the Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 degree north, the important latitude, passes through India. As we can see the expanse 8 degree 37 degree. So 23.5 it comes in between. So the main tropic, that is Tropic of Cancer, it passes through India. Clear? We'll see in the map also. India's longitudinal extent, it is 68 degree 7 minute east to 97 degree 25 minute east. Here both the times E is written. That E, it denotes east direction. So India completely lies there in eastern hemisphere. Clear? So there 68 degree 7 minute to 97 degree 25 minute east, and this is approximately 29 degrees expanse. The locational expanse of India, if we talk about, that is near about 29 degrees. Let's see that also. So India's longitudinal extent is about 29 degree, as I already told you. And if you remember, in chapter number 2 we had done about time, that in 15 degree it takes the 1 hour. The 15 degree, if difference, that longitudinal difference is there 1 hour time difference will be. So here we can see 29 is there, near about 2 hour time difference is there from easternmost, means from Arunachal to Gujarat to Kutch, you can say. So here near about 2 hours time difference is there in India particularly. So due to this long latitudinal, here longitudinal will come, longitudinal extent, there is about 2 hours local time difference between two extreme points, Arunachal Pradesh and Kutch. As I already told you, from the eastern direction there are Arunachal Pradesh, to the western direction there are Kutch. So in between these two extreme points there is 2 hours difference in local time. As the longitudinal difference, it is 29 degree. Clear? Now you will better understand here. Standard meridian of India. India's longitudinal extent is about 29 degree, that we already discussed. Clear? Due to which the long longitudinal extent, there is about 2 hours local time difference between two extreme points, Arunachal Pradesh and Kutch. We already discussed that. So the standard meridian of India is 82.5 degree east. What is this standard meridian? The meridian or the longitude 82.5 degree. This is one of the longitude, or you can say the meridian that has been taken as a standard meridian. Means the time on this 82.5 degree east is followed in all over India. So that time is known as standard time also, Indian standard time. So that's why the complete India that is observing the same time. Otherwise the local time is different. From Arunachal to Kutch it is 2 hours difference. But as we are following the same time here, the time which is local time of this meridian. So that's why this is standard meridian, and the time here, that is Indian standard time. So the local time of standard meridian is taken as Indian standard time, as I told you. You better understand here through this diagram. See, if we talk about the latitudinal and longitudinal expense, here this is 8 degree and 4 minute written. These lines, the lines you can see from east to west, they are latitudes, and from north to south they are longitudes. So if we talk about latitudes, they are 8 degree 4 minute to 37 degree 6 minute north. Clear? This is our latitudinal expense. Okay. And if we talk about the longitudes there, this is 68 degree 7 minute to 97 degree 25 minute. This is longitude, as these lines are longitudes. And if you can see the Tropic of Cancer, as we discussed, it passes through India. This is Tropic of Cancer basically. This line which is passing through India, this is Tropic of Cancer. Now, if we talk about the longitudinal extent from 68 to 97, this is near about 29 degrees. Clear? And as from here to here, the time difference, the local time difference according to, because we measure the time according to the longitudes, and the local time of every longitude, that is different. So after every 1 degree, the 4 minute difference is there, and we know that if 1 degree 4 minute distance is there, so 15 degree the distance is 1 hour, and here near about 29 degrees are distances there. So the local time of Arunachal Pradesh and Gujarat, there is near about 2 hours difference. But that is really difficult within a country if the time difference is there for making the timetable for the trains or the different ways. So that's why the single time is observed or followed in complete country, and which it has been taken, this dotted line, if you can see, This is 82.5 degree east. This is standard meridian, and the local time of this on this meridian that is followed all over India and is known as Indian Standard Time. I think now you have understood this point, that what is standard meridian. It is 82.5 degree, and Indian Standard Time, the time on in the standard meridian that is followed by all over India is known as Indian Standard Time. Clear? And the latitudinal extent from 8 degree 4 minute to 37 degree 6 minute north, and longitudinal extent 68 degree 7 minute to 97 degree 25 minutes. Clear about this? Now, we already talked about the geographical expense. We talk about the latitudinal and longitudinal extent of India. Now, our next topic is India's neighbors or the neighboring countries of India. So, we will discuss here different countries which are there in the neighborhood of India. India shares its land boundary with 7 countries. Otherwise, the different other countries are also neighboring countries. We will discuss about them also. But 7 countries are there, those are sharing their land boundaries with India. Now let's see. They are Pakistan, Afghanistan, China, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh and Myanmar. These 7 countries, they are sharing their land boundaries with India. Clear? 2 other neighbors, those do not share their land boundaries with India, but they are the neighboring countries of India, like Sri Lanka and Maldives. Clear? So if we talk about Sri Lanka, it is separated from India by Park Strait. If you remember, we already talked about the state, the narrow stream of water that separate 2 water bodies. So there we discussed already. So Park Strait is there between India and Sri Lanka and Maldives. These 2 countries are the neighbors of India, but they do not share their land boundaries with India. Now see this map, here it will be clear to you. These here the land boundary, Pakistan, here up with Afghanistan it is sharing. Okay, this China, it is sharing the land boundary. Then this Bhutan, this is Nepal, this is Bangladesh, this is Myanmar. So all these 7 countries, they are sharing their land boundaries with India. Clear? And 2 other neighboring countries, this is Sri Lanka, that is separated from India by this Park Strait, and this is Maldives. Clear? These 2 more other neighboring countries of India. Now the next is, I hope that this neighboring countries, the neighbors of India, you got it well. The next is political division of India. Political division, politically for the on the basis of purpose of administration, you can say. For better administration, the our country that is divided into different states, and then states they are further divided into different districts, if you know, and then district they are further divided into different tehsils, then villages or cities that are existing there. So here we'll talk about the political division of India, in which we talk about different states and union territories. Clear? India has 28 states and 8 union territories. Just some time back, if we talk about, there were 29 states and 9 union territories. When Jammu and Kashmir, that was a state basically, but now it is divided into 2 union territories. Clear? So earlier there were 29 states and 7 union territories. Clear? Then the 29 the states, they have become 28 because Jammu and Kashmir has been taken from there, and that Jammu and Kashmir that has now 2 union territories. So those two union territories are added there in the number of union territories. So union territories, they are increased and states, they are decreased. Clear? So now if we talk about the present day, there are 29 states and 8 union territories. Rajasthan is the largest and Goa is the smallest state in terms of area. If we talk about the area wise, Rajasthan is the largest one and Goa is the smallest state of India. Delhi is the capital of India. So New Delhi that we talk about, this is capital of India and is a union territory, also is an union territory. Then 8 union territories are Delhi, Chandigarh, Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman-Diu. This is one single. Lakshadweep, Puducherry and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. If we talk about earlier, there were 7 union territories basically, and they were Delhi, Chandigarh, this Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. They are recently added basically. If you remember that Article 370 that has been taken out, so that 370 article that had given the separate different rights to Jammu and Kashmir basically earlier, but now that has been taken out. So now Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, these two territories, they have come from Jammu and Kashmir state. So these two were not there earlier. Delhi, Chandigarh, Dadra Nagar Haveli was the Daman and Diu. These were basically separate two union territories earlier. One was Dadra and Nagar Haveli and second was Daman and Diu. But now they are combined, Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman Diu. Clear? Lakshadweep was there, Puducherry was there, Andaman and Nicobar Island. But now these two, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, they have been added there. Those have been taken from Jammu and Kashmir, that was earlier a state. So these are the 8 union territories at present. Clear? Now let's see the map. Here this is the blank map. So I'm going to tell you all the states. Firstly we will learn where the state location. Then the filled map also I will show you. From there you can fill your map also, and you can learn the location of different states there. There if we talk about, this is Ladakh, as earlier it was Jammu and Kashmir completely. This line was not there, and now these are 2 union territories. This is Ladakh and this is Jammu and Kashmir. This is Uttarakhand state, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, then Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, that was added in 2014. Then this was Madhya Pradesh, this is Chhattisgarh, Odisha, this is UP or Uttar Pradesh you can say, this is Bihar, this is Jharkhand, this one is West Bengal, and this small one, this is Bhutan and Nepal, 2 other countries. In between these two, this is Sikkim, this one is Arunachal Pradesh, this is Assam, this is Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, the small one is Tripura, this is Meghalaya. Clear? And this small one on the boundary of Maharashtra and Karnataka, this small one, this is the smallest state of India, that is Goa. So this all about the states we talk about. The union territories, they are also there, but firstly you just learn about the states. 2 union territories we already talked about. Then here this is Delhi, so this is union territory. Chandigarh is basically the capital of Haryana and Punjab both. They both are sharing the same capital. Clear? So these two, then Chandigarh, then Delhi, here Daman-Diu, Dadra Nagar Haveli, then Puducherry, here Andaman Nicobar, this is Lakshadweep. So these are different union territories that we have done. Clear? So firstly you just try to fill out the different states there in Indian map. It is very easy. You can really learn it when you will listen the video again and again. It will be easy. Now you can see the filled map also, like this one. As all these we have already covered, so you will see after filling you can check your answers from this map, that Ladakh, Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Kerala, and as I told you, Karnataka and Maharashtra's boundary, the smallest state Goa, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Chhattisgarh, Orissa, Jharkhand, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, this one Sikkim, West Bengal, then Arunachal, Assam, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, Meghalaya. So all these states. And one more thing, these seven, here are the 7 states altogether. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and they are famous as 7 sisters. Clear? So you please try to fill the map again and again, then you will be able to fill all the states, and try to learn the capitals. Those are given at the last page of your geography book. So that's it for today. We have done the topics: the geographical expanse of India, latitudinal and longitudinal expanse we have covered, then the neighboring countries we have done, and at last we have done the political division of India, in which you must know the number of states and the number of union territories that are in India and their location also. Clear? Now it's time for homework. The question that you will attempt in your fair register, question number 1, India shares its land boundaries with 7 countries, name them. So here you'll write the name of different 7 countries. Number 2, how many states and union territories are there in India, and which states have a common capital? That I already told you, Haryana, Punjab. And one more example is there, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. As Telangana, that came in exist in 2014, and the capital of the combined Andhra Pradesh, it was Hyderabad. Now Hyderabad is there in the territory of Telangana. So it would be in future, if we talk about the one separate capital will be developed for Andhra Pradesh. Clear? And the Hyderabad capital, it would be the capital of Telangana. So they both are also sharing now though, but in future they will be having separate one. Then the third question, why is India a country of vast geographical expanse? All the points you will mention here, and you please put the question mark here. Then the fourth question, it is, learn states and the capitals given on the last page of your book. Geography book, when you will open the book, there will see the states and the capitals. So that's it for today. Thank you and have a nice day. We will be meeting for the further lecture then.